Hey everybody, Rudy back with Alpha Investments. Today we got another result video. This is the new Force of Will set. I identify all my Force of Will sets by the 3-digit code in the corner of each card. So I call this set BFA. Alright, this is a 64 booster box run. You guys saw my intro video where I showed all the sealed product before. This is the results of it. So I want to kind of go over a few things with this. I know a lot of people aren't super interested in Force of Will, but a few people are. So I really want to kind of just show a few basic things on what I look for as a store and as kind of an LGS and selling online, and what to look for and how we make money, and what I look for to continue to carry a product like this, what I want from Force of Will. So without further ado, here we go. First thing, for a lot of people not informed, 3 categories. One, you have the ruler cards, okay? You have ruler cards, you have super rare cards coming up next, and standard rares. You have 3 categories of what I like to call the money cards. In each category, you have different versions. You have regulars, then you have full arts, and then in the J rulers, you can get what they call uber rares, which is kind of like a full silver monochrome. In my opinion, it's the only card I usually like to keep because I just think it's really, really neat. It's kind of a colorless type of card almost. It's all silver. The texture is different. Pretty cool. You only usually get one of those every 60 some odd boxes, at least how I've been. So here we go. On the J rulers, as you can see, you have the regular version with the regular text box. You have the full art version where the picture is more see-through on here. On these particular cards, ironically, the spread, again, EV, the variance on these is pretty high. On the full art ones, sometimes, as you can see, there's only 4 or 5, and other times you get 15 of the regulars. You zip over to this guy, only 4 regulars, and then like 15 full arts. It's inverted. I don't know if that's an accident, because these are supposed to be harder to get than those. I'm not really sure. Again, some of the issues with Force of Will. So as you can see, 5 ruler cards here, 5 standards, 5 full arts. Same picture, different text box, that's about it. Again, I got 1 uber rare card in the whole thing. I don't know how much it's worth, maybe 100, 200 bucks range, something like that. Moving on. Next, we're going to go over to the full art. These are called the super rares, SRs. These are all the SR rares. Again, beautiful artwork. My hands down favorite part about Force of Will. The artwork and the colors in these things is just mind-blowing. So, on average, 15 of each. Some hit as high as 20. Some were very low, more towards the 12 range. Overall, very cool cards. Some of these are double-sided, some are single-sided. Nope, double. So, pretty neat here. Again, I'm not very familiar with the prices yet, and we're just starting to sell them, and they're all going to be gone in the next 30 days. So I want to show you, those are all the full art versions of these super rares, SRs. You can expect about 15 is what I got. Next, you have the same exact super rare cards, the same exact ones, but these are just foil versions. These are not full art versions. So if you put them side by side, you can tell, you can see the text box is different, and some of the shiny and the extra gloss is different. The finish on those is a lot better. It's a really thick, expensive one. These, instead of on 15 of each, you can expect about 30 of each. So you get about double the amount of the full arts versus the standard ones. Then you zip all the way over in the next part, you have the exact same super rare cards, and these are standard non-foiled. On these, I get about 50 of each. So, again, for a store owner and someone looking to make money, Force of Will, the way they package their products can be a lot more profitable than Magic the Gathering, because on average you get 3 hits per pack, not including the common uncommon slot when you open booster packs. So, I want to zip back over, so keep that in mind. You have the standards, the foils, and the full arts. Next, we're going to go over to the regular rare category. Remember, recap. The ruler cards, super rares, regular rares. Within those 3 categories, you have subcategories. This is the rare category. You have literally 5, 10, 15, plus 8. So you have 23 rare cards in this set, including the specialty stones, and probably my favorite artwork in the set. I mean, that's got to be the coolest looking thing I've ever seen. And some of these things are just incredibly crazy looking. I mean, holy cow. And then the artwork is just beautiful on some of these things. I mean, I got to give them credit. They're very, very good looking cards. So, and yeah, I believe he's, pretty neat full art cards. So nonetheless, on these type of cards, you're looking at about 10 to 15 a piece on a regular rare full art. Pretty cool cards. Again, fantastic artwork. Prices usually start pretty solid on these and slowly drift a little lower as time goes on. So keep that in mind. Force of Will isn't really an underprinted set, as we've discussed before. So that's what you need to know about that. And then when you zip all the way over to the regular rares, these are the same cards I just showed you. Recognize the same picture, same picture, same picture. So again, same picture. I get about 150 of each regular rare. So as you can see, like on this guy, it is a massive, massive stack. So as a store person who likes to sell locally and online, the Force of Will style booster packs is usually, you have the commons in the front, you have 2 uncommons in the middle, you have a rare, and then you can have a second super rare, and then you can have a foil. So you get kind of 3 hits in a pack sometimes. And that makes it a lot easier for someone like me to make money on these type of products, because if you specialize in lower dollar cards when you sell singles like I do, you can make a lot more money on volume. And that's what I specialize in, is volume on a lot of these type of things. So it works pretty good. And another thing over here, you have the stones. You have the basic stones. These are all the regular stones of all 5 colors. Again, a ton, probably about 200 of each color. These are just the white stones. I call them white. So anyways, and then the foil versions, all day long I sell them for $1 a piece. And then on these I get about 80 of each foil version. So I get about almost 1 booster box recapped in cost per these. I mean, this is almost a case just in the foil stones. You usually get one of those, maybe 1 or 2 in a box per se, kind of thing. And then you have a lot of the other miscellaneous, and then you kind of go back around here. And I also, as you can see, I have a bunch of different things. These are the bulk. This is all the commons back there, 2 full rows, already color sorted. Can you see the white, blue, red, green, that? And then you have the uncommons, dun, 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 all 5, and the colorless guys way down there, shadows, colorless, whatever you want to call them. So with that being said, those are in the process. Those should be finished sorted. I already got them broken down the first round of sorting. Second round of sorting will be the individual card. The color sorting is now completed. So I at least want to show you that. That kind of gives you an idea of the volume. And again, that's 64 booster boxes. So it kind of lets you know where it stands. Now, as far as all the money cards, like I said, this is kind of what you can expect on a breakdown. Usually I do pretty good on these because of the fact that I get a lot of 99-cent to $2 range cards. And I get a lot of orders with a lot of high volume where people will order 4, 2, 2, 1, 2. And, you know, I'm able to make a lot more money on this type of product. This Force of Will is what I deem a higher risk, higher reward product, where some sets can be really bad and you can spend $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 wholesale and you can only get back $2,000 or $3,000 and get hammered. Again, millennia of ages. Well, that's, you know, when that set hit, that's when most store owners dropped out and they said, never again, Force of Will, I'm done. So as far as this set goes, I'm not sure how the numbers are going to come in. I will do a follow-up video in about 30 to 60 days, just to kind of let everybody know. I know everyone's not super fans of Force of Will, but I at least wanted to show you what the results were, what it looks like broken down, what a store gets. For example, if they do 64 booster boxes, this is what you can expect from it, kind of what the cards look like, the different type of standard to foil to full art, the different tiers of it. And this is Rudy with Alpha Investments. I know not one of everyone's favorite video, but again, I appreciate it. I'm only going to do Force of Will videos every once in a while. Thank you very much, everyone, for supporting. Continue subscribing. Complain in the comment section. Love you anyways. You guys have a good one.